Top stories this week are course registration, the hockey team fundraiser, and Cranberry Court Bronc Buffet. Course registration for next semester officially began on Monday. Students that have the correct credit amount are allowed to go on their allotted day. Matt Semmel has the inside look into next semester's courses.
As the fall semester progresses, course selection for next semester has begun. One thing that is unique to Rider, though, is special topics courses offered in various departments. Dr. Jack Sullivan, chair of the American Studies program, has several special topics courses offered each semester and was able to explain about special topics courses.
In American Studies, special topics courses can be anything from a course on hip-hop, which we're offering right now, to a course on classical music in the Spoleto Festival in Charleston, South Carolina, which is one of our travel courses. It can be a philosophy course, a history course, a media course, and it's usually a combination of all those things because we're an interdisciplinary program. If you're interested, you should go for it the minute they go online. They're very popular and for very good reason.
For more information on special topics courses and course registration, you can see your academic advisor, visit the registrar, or visit your academic dean's office. This is Matt Semmel reporting for Channel 20, News at Rider.
A group of freshmen called the Emerging Leaders met in the Daly's boardroom to talk about ways to get involved on campus. They talk about different leadership styles and do role-playing activities to get them ready for joining other clubs and prepare them to make an impact all around campus. The Emerging Leaders group also met on Thursday. Student Entertainment Council is the group of students who decides what fun things the school is going to have on weekends. They are given funding from the student activities fee. The fee is built into tuition so students can have events on campus. The group met to discuss upcoming events. Hip-hop is everywhere, and Rider University is no different. The Switlick Residence Hall Association held a listening party in the pub to let students have the opportunity to hear the poetic sounds of some popular hip-hop artists. Dr. Jeffrey Halpern, the head negotiator of the AAUP, met with Gina Grasso after a series of meetings to explain how negotiations were going.
The AAUP's main concern regarding their agreement with the university centered on finances, healthcare, benefits, pension, salary, and the workload at Westminster.
The university was a considerable distance from us and remained so until really yesterday.
He explained that there would have been a strike on Monday the 29th if no agreement had been reached.
Based on the meeting we just had, where we had a very good attendance, I don't have any real concerns that it will pass. There will be, as always, some people who will vote against it. There were some things that our members told us they wanted and felt was very important, which we have not achieved. But it's always a compromise.
The ratification will take place sometime within the next 2 weeks. Assuming the agreement is ratified, Dr. Halpern did not hesitate to hide his expectations for the university.
Certainly, I'm expecting great things from the new college that we're setting up, fine and performing arts. I think it's going to tremendously enliven the cultural life on this campus. In that 4 years, I hope to see the beginnings of a new academic building with a new theater for the musical theater program. We will see a new set of residents, which are going to be a townhouse type residence. I'm certainly hope that we will see, if not the completion, at least the beginning of a new facility for our athletic teams, a new arena. I mean, I'm expecting great things, just great things, a rebirth of the campus both physically, but also I must say of the faculty. I mean, we have a wonderful, wonderful faculty, but many of us have been here a long time, and we're still doing a good job, but we're going to see growth. We're going to see new faculty hired, because we need more faculty, and the university has said that they are committed to that.
This has been Gina Grasso reporting for Channel 20, News at Rider.
More information about the agreement can be found on Rider's website. Members of the student body met for SGA Senate. Diversity was the big issue that was discussed. Another inexcusable incident occurred on campus right after the first incident that appeared in G last week. With the career fair quickly approaching, Rider students are also preparing to meet professionals from potential employers. There are not always a lot of jobs available for communication students. The Communications Honor Society Lambda Pi Eta this Wednesday provided the opportunity for students to meet Rider alumni from the professional world of communications and journalism. Gina Grasso has the story.
Lambda Pi Eta held a career conference inviting alumni to speak to current students about their different professions.
It's just to give the students an alumni perspective of what the work field is like and how Rider may have helped them during their college experience, and just basically as a networking tool for the students to learn what it would be like in the communication or journalism fields.
Speakers took turns giving advice to students of how to fully absorb their education.
Look beyond your boundaries. Don't get closed in into what you know. Try to experience more other things and become a member of other organizations besides just your classroom. I mean, have the full college experience is basically the most important thing. Not just be a bookworm, but also be a part of the social life. But don't just be a socialite and not be a part of the academic life. It's a balance that you need to learn.
Directly preceding the conference, students were able to speak with these professionals.
I did feel that it was beneficial because it makes you think more about how your job search is gonna go. It's very realistic. It gives you more of a grasp on what you really need to walk away from when you leave Rider. So it gives you enough time to really take advantage of what the school has to offer.
Lambda Pi Eta will be hosting more events throughout the year. This has been Gina Grasso reporting for Channel 20 News at Rider.
Dogma, a Kevin Smith film, is a very thought-provoking religious-based movie. This movie allowed the Philosophy Club a chance to get together for some free pizza and take a look at the film in a different way. Fellowship is an important aspect to college life. Having an opportunity to talk about issues that matter to others in an atmosphere that doesn't judge what you say is important to individuals. The InterVarsity Christian Fellowship Group gives this to the Rider community. Guest and student speakers talk about how God is in their life. They meet as a group in the Fireside Lounge. Surfing the internet can be fun, but you need to know how to be safe while doing so. OIT hosted a training session on spyware, ID theft, and how to pick the correct password to keep your information private. This internet safety meeting was held in Swigert 108. The Muslim Student Association met this week. The group holds forums to help others understand their culture and religion. The MSA is open to all students. They meet in BLC room 257. And Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry stars Kevin James, Adam Sandler, and Jessica Biel. The two main characters pretend to be in love to try to keep Kevin James' character's fireman's pension for his two younger children. This puts the two men in a very peculiar situation that creates comic predicaments. The movie played in the BLC Theater. Next week's movie is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. When unexpected death occurs, it is always a shock to everyone. A way to cope is to talk about the good times that the individual had and what impact he showed on other people. Ryan Marish was only a freshman, but each person still has a story to leave. He was no different. This political science major passed away on October 5th, and a memorial service was held in Jill Chapel to commemorate his life. It is said that Greek life is unexplainable. This quote shows the fact, from the outside looking in, you could never understand it. From the inside looking out, you could never explain it. The women of the Zeta Phi Beta sorority are hoping that by having an information session, they can show the non-Greek ladies what they have to offer and why they are different on Rider's campus. The session was held in the BLC Multicultural Conference Room. Hockey is a very expensive sport to play, from equipment to ice fees. The ice hockey team held a fundraiser for their fans on Thursday evening to help minimize costs. Sean Rainey has the details.
The Rider ice hockey team held its first ever player auction on Thursday evening. Students came out to the BLC Theater for a chance to buy their favorite player in return for their jersey and a VIP dinner party following Saturday's game against Georgetown University. Assistant coach Sean Levin was the master of ceremonies as he introduced the players by reading a short biography about them written by their teammates. Team manager Melissa Kua talked afterwards about the success of the evening and what the team plans to do with the money they raised.
Basically to raise money for the team. I know it costs a lot for buses and hotel rooms, so I decided to do it.
Phil Faragalli of the ice hockey team said what the girls can expect in return for the money they spend on their favorite player.
Oh, well, they get us, which is a big plus. Plus, they get to come out center ice, get our jerseys, and get to hang out with the hockey team.
Tom D'Aruzia's auction went up to $200, by far the highest spent for any one player at the event.
180, 185 going once, swing. 180, set up. 185. $200. Sold. $200.
I asked some of the auction winners what brought them out to tonight's event.
Well, we come out to all the hockey games. We're a big fan of the team, and we just wanted to support them.
This has been Sean Rainey, Channel 20, News at Rider.
RUF. What does that stand for? The Rider Ultimate Frisbee Team is its exact meaning. The Army, as they are called as well, went to the Rochester Institute of Technology's Danse Macabre Ultimate Frisbee Tournament. This two-day event was played in bearable conditions, but was a huge stepping stone in the right direction towards the team's progression. Brian Persons was there to get more on the weekend's tournament.
Rider Ultimate Frisbee went to Rochester, New York for a Frisbee tournament. Once they arrived, they unpacked and started mentally prepare for their games, thinking of tactics and ways to break down the other teams. Pete Coach, their captain, explained what tournament they actually were at.
Danse Macabre is a Halloween-themed Ultimate Frisbee tournament. There are 25 teams. We played RIT, UConn, RIT alumni. It was a tough day. We only scored a couple points every game. We were facing very challenging teams, some of which include RIT, which hosted the tournament. But we had a blast. We had a lot of fun, so that was good.
Pete Coach was surprised about the growth of the team on this trip, and this play is a straight testament to that statement.
Get a dog! Get a dog!
The travel to Rochester was hard for the team.
I don't think we would travel this far for a tournament again until we build the team up more. But our next tournament will be in December, and it's about an hour away. It's in Garden City, New Jersey.
If interested, here's what you can do.
Well, they would start by joining club about Tuesday, Thursdays at 5:15, and you just kind of come out and play for fun, and then you try out for the team. We're holding tryouts November 11th, and hopefully you'll make it.
This has been Brian Persons reporting from Rochester, New York for Channel 20 News at Rider.
Daly's was filled with students Friday evening for a night of food, trivia, and contests. Sean Rainey was there and has more.
With Halloween coming up this week, Daly's had a Bronkbusters themed style Bronc buffet. Students waited in long lines to get their food and were able to watch Ghostbusters that played on the projection screen. The main feature of the Bronkbusters was a trivia contest between all the contestants for Cranberry King and Queen.
You want to say hi to you? All right, let's see the answer.
I was able to catch up with the trivia winners following the contest.
But it was still a lot of fun, and it was questions that you really couldn't prepare for. I mean, who knows what our mark makes a day, and who knows about the freshmen, and yeah, exactly. So, but it was still a lot of fun.
Actually, about an hour ago, I went on the Rider website and looked at the history page at all the dates. I thought it was going to be a dates, phone numbers kind of thing, but I was wrong.
Another event that took place was a Jell-O eating contest. Contestants ate through the Jell-O in search for a piece of bubble gum. The first person to successfully blow the bubble was the winner of a $50 gift certificate. I spoke with Mike Missio following the Jell-O eating contest.
Well, I watched the guys before me, and it took a while for them to chew the gum to blow the bubble, so I waited a little longer on the bubble.
This has been Sean Rainey, Channel 20, News at Rider.
Kaplan Test Prep is a company that comes to campuses and allows students who are interested in graduate school to look and see what their actual tests would be like before entering graduate school. These exams included the LSATs, the MCATs, the GREs, and the GMATs. Each test was given in a different room in Fine Arts according to what test you wanted to take for free. Wearing a pink ribbon means that you are supporting the breast cancer research experiments going on in our nation right now. They are everywhere, these ribbons. The Zeta Tau Alpha sorority held a Chinese auction in the Daly's boardroom to raise money for their philanthropy, which is breast cancer awareness. Now in sports, the teams faced off versus numerous opponents this week and weekend. This past Wednesday, the volleyball team faced off against the Lady Knights of Fairleigh Dickinson and won 3 games to 2. The News at Rider had a chance to cover this game. Here are some of the highlights.
The game began at 7 Wednesday evening. Freshmen dominated the Bronx home court as about 6 ladies were unable to suit up for participation in the evening's match. The Lady Bronx defined teamwork and pulled through, breaking a 14-match losing streak under some intimidating circumstances. Number 13, sophomore Brittany Hayes, playing middle, added 11 kills and 5 blocks for the Bronx, shown in this tidbit. The Bronx played good defense when it came to continuing volleys. Here our ladies get the ball passed, set, and Caitlin Thompson spiked it over the net. However, Fairleigh Dickinson was ready on the other side to receive some hard hits. In the end, the Bronx fought to keep the ball off their territorial grounds. Also for Rider, freshman Caitlin Thompson had 21 kills, 10 digs, senior Katrina Stale, 16 digs, 15 kills, and freshman Amanda Piccolini, 30 assists and 13 digs. The final score of the evening was Rider 3, Fairleigh Dickinson 2.
Next, in field hockey on Thursday, the girls beat the Fairfield Stags 2-0. On Friday, the Lady Bronx in soccer failed to score and lost 4-0 against the Marist Red Foxes. On Saturday, the spiking power of the Niagara Purple Eagles was used to flatten the volleyball team 3-0. Then on Sunday, the same result occurred, but a different team was the victor, Canisius 3, Rider 0. Lastly, the weekend ended badly as the Siena Saints scored 1 more goal than the Rider Lady Bronx could stop. The score, 2-1. The 4-day weather forecast looks like this. Monday, it is supposed to be sunny with a high of 56 and a low of 38. Tuesday, more sun with a high of 63 and a low of 42. Wednesday, still mostly sunny with a high of 65 and a low of 50 degrees. And on Thursday, the clouds are going to come out a little, and the high will be 63 and the low will be 37. This has been the Weekend News Update. For the entire Rider University Network, I'm Steph Chartel. Have a great week.